5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Don't be crazy though. Corp, get out the hedge. Steady. Coupe. It's not a race. Steady. And stop. It's a bit toasty. I only wore the gilet so that I could carry my Insta 360 flow. Yes, what would you like? Because I'm having an itch at the moment while I wear my cold boots, or my ice boots. The ice boots that I bought for Sienna, who's never worn them. But you know what? Coupe's enjoying them. Yeah, so I can carry my Insta 360 flow. So I'm quite toasty, but the flipping thing wasn't really working properly. It wanted to like reboot itself, and then it wanted to update itself, all while I was like, I just want to go back to filming like normal on my phone, and it wouldn't even let me do that. So I was getting very annoyed with it. So I don't know what was going on with it. I didn't really set it up very well, and that's the first time I've used it outside of home. So normally I use it off of my Wi-Fi, so I don't know, maybe my 4G wasn't very strong, who knows. But he was really cute today, Coupe. That's the best I felt him in a while, in the fact that he was quite strong and quite naughty, and that's always such a good sign. It was like the good old days where he just wasn't listening to me, and especially when I was trying to film it, and he literally just wanted to tank. And obviously didn't let him, because it's far too hard out there to do that, but you feel like you want to take advantage of the fields all being cut and it actually being quite nice. The old bean. We didn't do much. I mean, I'm not sure we were even out there for 25 minutes. Coupe made it clear when he'd had enough. He was like, it's home time now. So yeah, but it was lovely. And it is making me and about whether to take his shoes off next week or not now. I felt really sad on the weekend. I cleaned all the tack and put the saddle covers on and put the bridles up on the wall, and it felt so final. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Ready for not having a horse at home to ride and all that. And so I was like, maybe Coupe would like to do a bit longer. It's such a juggling act. I've said this before with him. It's such a juggling act because he doesn't look great. I mean, he's only 24. He looks more like 28. He's lost all his muscle, which he, funny enough, did when he had a year out when he did his hind suspensory. So I have seen him look like this before, and it comes down to when he's doing no work. But the problem is, the more you work him and the more he sweats and things like that, the more his skin is irritated. And then you get the endless itching cycles. We've realised that when we're not riding him very much, his skin is so much better. Like, unbelievably better. We've always said, but my mum and I honestly thought we'd end up putting Coupe to sleep, possibly even a couple of years ago, because his skin was so bad. And we thought he's never going to have a retirement because he just, he was trashing his coat, like absolutely trashing it, and he was miserable. And we didn't know what else to do. And we know he's got a lot of allergies, but riding him and any sort of sweating or getting hot seems to be one of the biggest triggers. So we have to be so careful if we do ride him not to let him get sweaty or anything like that. So that's why I kind of about like bringing him back into a bit more work, because I don't want to trigger his skin again. Like, he's been so much better, but at the same time, that was very enjoyable. And he was really happy, and that made me happy that he felt as sort of that cheeky old spark about him where he just totally ignored me and was like, come on. And I think I put the clip in, but when you count down to him like you're going eventing, he genuinely gets excited and sort of starts threatening, because he used to rear up we used to go into the start box, and it's so funny that he remembers that as soon as you start counting down. It's just, yeah, maybe I won't take his shoes off next week. It was one of those rides today where most of the drivers were Belle, you can insert the next word. I had one driver, I don't think anyone's ever tried to do this to me before. I mean, honestly, even I shouted for this. So Paddy here, sorry, we're getting attacked by horseflies. Paddy here is a bit of a plonker. He spooks at silly stuff like, workman signs that have been laid down in the grass and stuff like that, cones, daft stuff like that. Tractor, no problem. But signs particularly, not his thing. And he was spooking at a sign, and he doesn't stop and look, he just suddenly jumps into the road. It's not ideal, it's annoying, but he does. And anyway, as he was spooking and going into the road, the car behind just kept coming. And I was thinking, surely they can see they can't get around us. Kept coming. And at the last minute, tried to overtake me on the left. So Paddy was like slightly in the middle of the road. Tried to overtake me on the left. There wasn't room. So then I had to slam on his brakes again. I mean, I was thinking, my God, hard to keep up with this chap. Managed to get Paddy back into the right place, and then overtook me on the right as normal. But with the car coming, I just didn't care. I had no intentions of waiting behind me. Honestly, I did shout because that was annoying. And then had another car driver who, when Paddy was spooking, just kept coming. He wasn't going to stop, didn't care. Paddy was going to sit on his car. He kept coming. So yeah, I've never had a driver try and overtake me on the left. So dangerous, unbelievably dangerous. Anyway, we survived, that's the main thing. Paddy, you definitely weren't helping the situation. He is a plonker. Morning, guys. It is 5:20. It's actually quite late. I was hoping it'd be more like 5:10, but it's not. Just about to chuck the horses out. I have a slight issue in that... Where is she? This thing barks her head off when I turn the horses out. It's literally just when I'm taking them out of the stables. But being that it's quite early in the morning, I don't want her barking. But she won't let me pick her up because she knows that I might put her back in the house or something like that. Do we think it's possible for me to pick her up, manage 2 horses and get out the yard? I'm not sure. What do you reckon, Kate? We need to give it a go and I need to move. Success. She didn't bark. Oh, she's seen a deer running off. Seen a deer and a rabbit already. Oi, Grumpy Chops. You're a bit moody at the moment, aren't you? Poor Mr. Coupe. She was rolling in the field yesterday. And Coupe was like, oh, do you know what? I'll go over to... I'm going to class myself as mum. I'm going to go over to mum. And she was not happy because he's not allowed to come to me first. I said this before. She's very protective over me. And she just wants me all to herself. So yeah, she wasn't a happy bunny, but she really ran after him and ears flat back. And he's like, stop. Don't be so grouchy. The start of 4 and 5 days of getting out early. I'm literally checking the weather every hour on the hour to see if it's going to get cooler. I'm praying. Oh, because I hate it. I absolutely detest heat. Stop it. Oh. I mean, there is some positive getting up early because it's so beautifully peaceful. You feel like you're the only one up, don't you? It's absolutely glorious. How are your fields looking, guys? This middle patch of my field isn't too bad because this has been rested since April and then the next bit has been rested since last year. The rest of it is pretty dead, to be honest. It's going yellow. I mean, in fact, the grass is pretty much dying, which is not nice to see. We've had no rain in ages. Like the other day, half the country was getting an absolute drenching. We were just here, bone dry. So we've really not had much in the last few months now. So I'm hoping next week, currently, it says it might rain next week, and I'm flipping hoping we get it because we need it. One nice rested paddock, which is good, and I'm saving it for the autumn. So yeah, I can tell you what, even CM doesn't look that fat at the moment, so that's a real sign that there's not enough grass out there. I'm out in the woods with Mr. Coco. Just Mr. Coco, what a treat. Normally you're always dragging something along. And it's so beautiful in here. And the temperature is perfect. Actually, we're very lucky because even though it's going to be very hot in the daytime, the first thing is still pretty cool. Like yesterday morning was 12 degrees. This morning was about 13. Like, that is a nice temperature. I like it a lot. I did some grown-up thinking last weekend, which, yeah, it's a bit scary for me, where I decided I wasn't going to get a yearling or a foal. Not right now, anyway. Because I do have a habit of trying to fill a void when a horse is off or I'm about to, half retire a horse. If I don't feel like I've got enough to do at home, I think, oh my gosh, I need to buy another one. And I just thought, you know what, 2's enough. If anything goes wrong, vet spills rack up so quickly. And I thought, let's just wait, sit on my hands for a bit and just wait. I can always buy something next year if I feel the need. I think it was, I don't know if I already said this in the vlog, but I was like cleaning all the tack and like putting it away, and it just felt so final. I think I felt like I was panicking a bit, thinking, oh no, this can't be the end. But it's not the end, we know that. So yeah, sit on my hands for a bit. No purchasing any new ponies right now.
keep Coupe's shoes on, just carry on trundling around the village with him for a bit. You know, when we finally get some rain again, I can do a little bit of schooling and a little bit of jumping with him in the arena, whenever that might be again. And yeah, Sienna, I think I mentioned in another vlog that I wanted to give her like time off till New Year, but realistically, I think I need to give her longer than that. She needs a year. So that's a bit of a scary thought, like not working with her till this time next year. But I think if we've got any hope in hell's chance of healing her, she needs time, and enough time. Coco, stop snacking. So that means no like leading her out off of Coupe, no turning her out in the arena or working her in the arena, even in hand. Like nothing, just field or turn out pen or stable. So yeah, if we've got to give her the maximum chance of mending whatever the problems may be. So yeah, so it's going to be a quiet year, isn't it? Just have to enjoy my rides with Coco. Good boy.